What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. These 7-star Swampert raids are now live, so today I'll be going over how you can solo these raids in case you don't have a group to take them down. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So of course, Swampert is going to be level 100, and it is a water and ground type Pokemon normally, but it will have the poison Tera type for this raid. It does have the ability Damp, which dampens its surroundings, preventing all Pokemon from using explosive moves such as Self-Destruct, which doesn't really come into play in the raid. Its main moveset is going to be Earthquake, Hydro Pump, Sludge Wave, and Liquidation. However, it does also have access to Muddy Water to lower your accuracy, and also Yawn to put you to sleep. As for what you can use to solo this raid, I chose to go with good old reliable Annihilape just because it is tanky enough to take a ton of hits, and that also powers up its moves. So of course you do want your Annihilape to be level 100. It's normally a fighting and ghost type Pokemon, and for this raid you do want it to have the ghost Tera type. For the item, we did opt to go for a Shell Bell just so that you can get some HP recovery every time you do use a damage dealing move, so you can stay alive for longer. And its ability is of course going to be Defiant, which means that if it gets any of its stats lowered, you're actually going to get an attack boost. Its EV spread is going to be full HP and full attack with an adamant nature, so an attacking nature. And its moveset is going to be Sunny Day, Bulk Up, Shadow Punch, and Rage Fist. Sunny Day is there to lower the amount of damage that any water type moves do. Bulk Up is of course going to help you raise your attack as well as your defense stat, so you're taking hits better and you're doing more damage. Shadow Punch actually ignores any accuracy drops, so if you do get hit by muddy water, you're able to Shadow Punch to, for example, get your Tera up if you're trying to get enough hits in to actually terrestrialize. And of course, Rage Fist is going to be your hard-hitting damage dealing move. But so now that we have an idea of what we're going up against and what we're going to bring in order to solo the raid, let's go ahead and hop into the actual strategy. So I did want to mention that for this particular raid, your AI partners do actually kind of matter. If you're lucky like me and you get an Intimidate partner, that is beautiful because you're already going to be taking the hits a lot better. But if you get unlucky and get the tree out of Boliva, I would reset because those animations take way too long and you'll run out of time because you literally sit there while the timer is running looking at animations. But we can see that Swampert did opt to use Muddy Water turn 1, so right off the bat we're already getting our accuracy lowered. We're gonna go ahead and go for Shadow Punch, and we're just gonna spam Shadow Punch basically until we faint. So we are going to strategically faint in this raid. And the reason that we are opting for Shadow Punch is because, like I mentioned, it does ignore any accuracy drop, so it won't miss. And this way you will be able to charge up your Tera Orb a lot quicker. And obviously we're not going to be getting a ton of HP recovery from these Shadow Punches, but you know what? It's okay because we are actually trying to faint and we just happen to get really lucky and not get hit by Hydro Pump. So, I mean, that's cool. But here is us actually getting hit by Hydro Pump. So you can see it does a little bit of damage, and it did also steal our Tera Orb charge. So we already have to get more than the typical 3 hits in order to actually charge up our Tera Orb. So here's Shadow Punch number 4. We are going to get hit by this next Hydro Pump as well, so we're getting closer to our strategic faint. And as you can see, we are actually able to terrestrialize at this point as well. So when we do faint and we come back fresh, we will be able to be at full HP and be able to terrestrialize right away without having to worry about getting HP back. Here is us getting hit by yet another Hydro Pump. One more of any attack and we'll be good. Its shield is going to go ahead and go up, so obviously we're going to be doing even less damage now, and it is going to go ahead and nullify any stat changes to us too. So even if we did want to set up, we would have to reset up. So here's going to be our final Shadow Punch before we actually faint, and here's us getting hit by our final Hydro Pump. So now once you come back on the field and you're able to actually terrestrialize, you're going to go ahead and do that, and you're going to go for a Bulk Up. So you can actually start setting up and you'll be able to take any physical hits a lot better. So now we've gone ahead and set up our Bulk Up and raised our attack as well as our defense. We are going to be getting hit by this Hydro Pump, which as you can see still does a ton of damage. So to help us out with that, we are going to go ahead and set up a Sunny Day now. We're going to get hit by this Hydro Pump here, and you can see it does a lot less damage now that the sun is up. But now we're going to go for another Bulk Up. We are going to be getting hit by this Hydro Pump here, and as you can see, we are starting to get a little bit low on HP, so we are going to opt for a Rage Punch at this point, which has not only been powered up by the fact that we've gotten hit a couple times, but we've also bulked up twice now. This Rage Punch does a ton of damage, and we are also going to basically be back up to full HP. Not really, but like we got pretty close after one hit, which is always nice. We're gonna get hit by this Hydro Pump here as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and go for another Bulk Up. Here we're getting hit by an Earthquake, which does like minimal damage now that we've gotten 3 Bulk Ups off, and I'm gonna go for another Rage Fist. That does get us back to, once again, almost full HP, which is always nice. We're gonna get hit by this Hydro Pump, which will do a bit of damage, and I'm gonna go for a 4th Bulk Up. Our sun has worn off at this point because, as you can see, the Hydro Pumps are doing more damage than they should be, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up the sun once again. Here's me checking to make sure that I counted my turns right and setting up Sunny Day. So now you'll see that this Hydro Pump does a lot less damage than the previous one. At this point, you're basically free to just spam Rage Fist, and you should be able to knock it out before the timer goes out. This Rage Fist is gonna go ahead and break the shield as well as bring it into the low yellow health, and we are basically back up to full HP again. We are gonna be getting hit by this Muddy Water, and it's gonna try to hit us with a Hydro Pump as well. And it is also gonna hit us with an Earthquake. We love getting triple attacked. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just spam Rage Fist again, and one more Rage Fist will be enough. So here is the final Rage Fist, and boom. So I would definitely recommend resetting if you don't get an Intimidate partner, because the Intimidate partner does really help. And then of course you do get some great rewards. I got 3 different herbs, an ability patch, and of course the shards, candies, and the vitamins. But there you have it. That is a very consistent way that you can solo the Swampert raids. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and leave a comment down below with what you ended up using if you soloed it, because I'm sure people would love other suggestions as well. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you were already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.